You might have heard whispers in the coin collecting world, stories that a simple Canadian coin, struck in 1987, could one day be worth not just $1, not just a few bucks more, but maybe even hundreds or even thousands if the right error is found. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, today we're diving into the story of the 1987 Canadian $1 coin, the famous Loonie. A coin that looks ordinary in your pocket, but carries with it history, culture, and yes, even whispers of hidden value. Watch till the end, because the real worth may surprise you. At first glance, the front of this coin, known as the obverse, shows the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, surrounded by the words, Elizabeth II D.G. Regina. In 1987, this younger portrait of the Queen was already familiar to Canadians, yet it gave the coin a royal and official look. But flip it over, and the story gets even more interesting. On the reverse, you'll see the iconic design of a common loon, a bird gliding peacefully across a northern lake. This simple yet powerful image gave the coin its nickname, the Loonie. It wasn't just a design choice, it became a cultural symbol, instantly recognized across the country. And here's another detail, the coin isn't perfectly round. It has 11 sides, making it unique and easy to distinguish by touch. Now let's talk about the coin itself. The 1987 Loonie was struck in aureate bronze-plated nickel, giving it that golden look Canadians know so well. It weighs about 7 grams and has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters. It was introduced to replace the paper $1 bill, which wore out too quickly. The government promised this coin would last decades in circulation, saving millions in printing costs. And it did. The Loonie quickly became one of the most used and beloved coins in Canadian history. But what about value? In circulated condition, most 1987 Loonies are only worth their face value, $1 Canadian. They were minted in the tens of millions, so they're not exactly rare. In uncirculated or mint condition, though, the story changes. A shiny, untouched 1987 Loonie can sell for $20, $50, even $200 depending on its grade and condition. Collectors will pay more for coins that still look like they just left the mint. And then come the errors, the real treasures that collectors dream of. Imagine a coin struck off-center, where part of the loon or queen's portrait is missing. Such an error could fetch $100 or more. Or a doubled die, where the lettering or date looks doubled. Those can bring $200, maybe even more if the error is dramatic. And rarest of all, a wrong planchet error. Imagine a Loonie struck on a blank meant for another coin, maybe silver or nickel. Such an error could skyrocket into the hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And here's where the whispers begin. Could there be a spectacular mint error from 1987, hidden away in someone's collection, that might one day bring a fortune? Could it ever reach millions? The truth is, no. Unlike legendary rarities like the 1933 Double Eagle or the 1913 Liberty Nickel, the 1987 Loonie was mass-produced in huge numbers. While rare errors can make it valuable, it will never realistically reach the $1 million mark. So what's the truth? For most people, the 1987 Canadian Loonie is worth just $1. In pristine condition or with a rare error, it might climb into the hundreds, maybe even a couple thousand in extreme cases. But its real worth is not only in money. It's in history. It was the first Canadian $1 coin, a coin that replaced the paper bill and became a national symbol. So the next time you see a Loonie dated 1987, don't just see it as pocket change. Look closer. If it's shiny and untouched, or if it carries a strange minting error, you may just be holding a small piece of Canadian history. And perhaps, if luck is truly on your side, a hidden treasure.